Everyone, Phi Farley here. It is February 19th, Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We got a good slate of games today. I'm excited to get to the daily best bet in NCAA basketball off a win. Good win last night. Eastern Washington taking care of business against Idaho, as I thought they would. I thought we'd have a 20-plus point win there. Numbers off by about 10 points, so nice win. Cruising to victory there in Cheney, Washington. Looking forward to tonight's game. I think we got a good spot. I'm going to get to that in 1 second. Currently sitting at about 63% here over a month of daily best bets in NCAA basketball. So a lot of confidence there, even though here down the stretch, just the last week has kind of been back and forth. Looking to get another streak going. I think we got a good game tonight. We may be able to accomplish a win here as well. So other picks will be available over on patreon.com/Phi Farley. You can check those out, patreon.com/Phi Farley. More content over there, more picks over there. Feel free to do so. Also, if you haven't hit subscribe, do so. Hit the notification bell, get my picks as soon as they come out. A lot of content. NBA is going to be up and running here at the end of the week, so you can check that out. Down the stretch, March Madness around the corner, and of course, baseball season coming up, which is my best sport of all of them. So it's been a year-round worth of profits. It's been great. NFL, baseball last year, baseball playoffs, NFL playoffs, now NCAA basketball, NBA has been profitable in every one of those categories. So again, feel free to check out more picks over at patreon.com/Phi Farley. Or you could just stick with your daily best bets here coming through YouTube. All right, so let's talk about tonight's slate of games. We got some really good games here to pick from. A couple that I'm excited about. We're going to go to the Big 12 here as far as daily best bet. Good opportunity to catch Baylor on a down note. Iowa State here on an uptick, looking for revenge. They just played Kansas State at Kansas State. Of which was also a revenge game coming right after the Baylor loss by just 3 points down in Waco. They then lose to Kansas State by just 1 point. Check out how they respond. Go into Kansas State, win by 14 over number 18 in the country, Kansas State. Now you got Baylor coming into town, who is going to be out with two of their top two players potentially. I will say they are game time decisions. There's a chance they play. I'm making a calculated guess here to say they don't play, but feel free to hold on closer to tip. Check out Twitter as a good resource on whether they're going to be starting tonight before you pull the trigger. You may just not get your best number here as this game sits at Iowa State minus the 10. Game opened up at 8.5. However, it's gotten some sharp early money on Iowa State, keying in on the loss of potentially both Mason and McClure. So what we're losing here is Makai Mason, 31.7 minutes per game, leading scorer 15.6, leading minute man, as well as a third leading three-point percentage coming from Kai. And when you look at what his coach said about him was basically, you miss his leadership. He's a senior, and you really miss his leadership at the guard position. Meanwhile, King McClure, same thing, best defensive player for Baylor, one of their leaders, second leading minute man at 29.1 minutes per game, 10 points per game, leading three-point percentage, 39.2%. Both players are up in the air for tonight's game, and likely they'll be out. The reason I say that as well is when you look at their schedule, you push them back towards the end of the season versus just waiting out one more game. They go home to host West Virginia, who's a broken down team in their own right. Only 9 scholarship basketball players still left on their roster. So not a lot of incentive to play up in this game to end up losing potentially anyway on the road at Iowa State against what I think is the best team left in the Big 12, and at the end will rise to the top. Maybe Texas Tech, but really those two teams, I think you're going to just hold off against Iowa State, play them when they got at home against West Virginia, and then Texas after that, another mediocre team out of the Big 12, instead of pushing them to come back at Iowa State, one of your most difficult games. The other side I would see to that is you think they're 100%, no chance of them re-injuring themselves. You could push them if you think you could possibly win this game. I just don't see it happening. So we have revenge, losing the first game, getting them back at home now. Then you have an injury, key injuries to two top players for Baylor, while Iowa State is at home and injury-free. They got their best team should be playing tonight on the floor. So coming off a win against Kansas State, there is a small chance of a look ahead to TCU, who they just lost to at home. They'll want to get revenge on the road there, but they also have revenge going against Baylor. So I think we got a missed line here, a missed opportunity. According to KP, this game should already be at 11.5, and we're getting it at 10, barring no injuries as well. Both those guys sit out. This is going to be an easy cashing of a ticket. So that's what I'm going with. Iowa State, I like them even if they were to play, but I'm going with the fact that Baylor's going to be without their best two guys. Give me Iowa State minus the 10 at home, getting revenge on the Baylor Bears. All right, good luck everyone tonight. Again, check out patreon.com/Phi Farley. Follow me at Twitter at Phi Farley. And again, subscribe here to YouTube and you can get all my content. All right, see you again soon.